Money is not the most important thing in life, but it is reasonably close to oxygen. I mean, you know, when you need it, you really do need it.
Why is the money so important? Why do you always come back to the dollars? Why does it always come to money?
Why not? I mean, everything you got on costs money. Everything you do costs money. You can't take your wife on a date for free.
Now, we're suggesting that you start to see money. Whenever you think of money, see this stuff as an obedient, diligent servant. You're the master, it's the servant. And don't ever get that equation reversed, or you're going to find yourself in very, very deep trouble.
You know, it sounds terrible to say make more money, but making more money makes your life easier. You don't have to worry so much about education and doctor's bills, and so it does make your life better. You see, the number one cause reason for divorce is lack of money,
right?
Which was surprising. I saw it the other day. There are many more people getting divorced today because they have financial trouble than 2 or 3 years ago, which is amazing to me. I never thought in terms of money and divorce. But making money sounds basic and sounds almost crude, how to make money. But if we can help you in the making of some money, it's going to give you a better life.
Right.
Money bought me a nice house, won't buy me a home. Money will buy you a companion, won't buy you a friend. Money will buy you a good time, won't buy you peace of mind. Money will buy you a bed, won't buy you a good night's sleep.
You stop working for money. You start working for purpose, and you start working to create income-producing ecosystems. So if you're working and exchanging time, which is the most valuable resource that you have, for an imaginary piece of money that anybody can make or anybody can print out of it. Imagine being so stupid that somebody's out there printing money. Somebody's printing money, and on the counter, you're working for it, and then you're getting taxed because they need your taxes in order to run the government, when they could just print it. It makes no sense whatsoever. So stop working for money. Stop working for a paycheck. Start working towards a life that instills freedom and instills your ability to produce money without you having to work. Now, that may sound like insane for 99% of people. So where do you start? You start by not spending, right? You start by not being a consumer, but being a producer. So most people are consumers. That's why they're always in the rat race. If you're producing, you're always being able to generate income, but you don't want to be producing just with your time. You want to be producing with systems. Now you have AI, now you have automation, now you have software. Dude, you can literally be making money while you sleep. And if you think that's not real, look at all the digital companies that are running. They're making money while the owners are sleeping.
Money can buy you happiness if you earned it, because then along the way you have both pride and confidence in yourself, and you have a sense of accomplishment, and you set out to do something and you were right.
You can use this to provide service far beyond your own physical presence. If you and I had no money, we'd still be able to provide service, but the service that we provided would be confined to our physical presence at any given place or any given time. However, if we had some money, we could provide that service far beyond our own physical presence.
I've told students, if when they got out of school, they got a punch card with 20 punches on it, and that's all the investment decisions they got to make in their entire life, they would get very rich because they would think very hard about each one. And you don't need 20 right decisions to get very rich. 4 or 5 will probably do it over time.
I met a beautiful, powerful, accomplished executive lady in New York. The company invited me to come in. This lady was the vice president, an extraordinary lady. I got to know her and I found out her story. I said, how did you get here? Big income. And she never went to college, never went to university. I said, how did you get here? Executive, powerful, income. She said, well, let me tell you part of the scenario.
Because people say, I'd be happy if I had $400 million. It's like, you think you could handle that responsibility, do you? Like, you're so sure of that all of a sudden you'd have all this money dumped on you can't even control your household budget. You live from paycheck to paycheck. Now somebody's going to dump a treasure on your steps, and that's going to fix your life. It's like, okay, how much are you going to give to your relatives? Like, none? Oh, that'll work out real well. Too much? So then you're going to take away their responsibility from them, are you? And you're going to get that balance exactly right. And then what are you going to do with that money? Because as soon as you got the money, the parasites are going to come in and take your money.
Yeah.
Like, I had clients that were...
Happens quickly, believe me.
Unbelievably quickly. It happens unbelievably quickly.
Yeah.
You know, you'll see, well, the average family fortune lasts 3 generations. That's all.
And I remember this, I was in the library studying and I went onto Google and I searched the richest people in America. And you see people like Steve Jobs, Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg. And I was like, none of these people are doctors. None of these people went down that traditional route of, you know, getting a degree, doing a good job. Am I missing something? Because I thought that if you go to school, get a good degree, you can make a lot of money. And if you work harder in school, get better grades, you'll make even more money. So I thought it was just directly correlated. Your grades, your income. And that's when I started questioning things. And I realized, oh, maybe this isn't right. And as you start to go down deeper and deeper down the rabbit hole, you start to realize, oh my God, everything that I've been told is a lie.
Don't focus on the outcome. Focus on what you can control. You can't control when the $1 million are gonna come. I didn't sit there and I was like, oh, at this day, at this age, when I'm on this specific day, I'm gonna become a millionaire. I can't control that, but I can control what I eat. I can control how I speak to myself. I can control when I show up. I can control how much I work. I can control when I'm scrolling and I catch myself scrolling, turning that shit off. I can control how many push-ups I do. I can control my attitude. I can control every aspect of my actions. And once you input the right amount of actions, the byproduct will naturally come. So don't focus on the money. Don't focus on the success. Focus on what you can handle. The small things, brother. And you'll live a good life. Your goal isn't to become a fucking multi-billionaire. Right now, your goal is to figure out, how do I get healthy? How do I start loving myself? How do I start interacting with business and money in a different way? How do I start identifying opportunity? And from there, you take it day by day, bro. Life is here to be enjoyed.
I said in life, every person has a turning point, and the turning point comes when you set upon a major goal. When you decide upon a major goal, and since you're going to be working for money in business all your life, you might as well set a goal to earn a lot of money. You see, in life, you can earn a lot or you can earn a little. And if you have a choice, I recommend to you that you choose a lot, okay? Because if you don't choose a lot, by default, you automatically get a little. And there's 80% of the population out there is wandering around and complaining about successful people, life's not fair, and so on. No, because once you are clear about your goal, you start to see all kinds of opportunities, things that you can do that you hadn't thought of doing, that move you faster toward the goal and move the goal toward you. You activate this field of magnetism and you start to attract into your life people and circumstances who help you to achieve the goal, and you help to achieve their goals. I mean, it's the most amazing thing.
The thing that I want to say is this: you can invest in gold and lose money. You can invest in real estate and lose money. You can lose stocks and lose money. You can invest in oil and lose money. You can also make a lot of money in all those things. So really the reason we get together is because your financial intelligence, your financial IQ makes something valuable or not valuable. Like I said, you have to know a good investment from a bad investment, good advice from bad advice.
Now, when you think about money, money is really an idea. You say, that's money. No, money is an idea. It's manifest on paper. Now let's think about this money for a moment. If it can be neither created nor destroyed, it must already be here. If we can't destroy it, if heat will cause the energy that we call water to move into an etheric state, I would imagine heat would cause what we call money to move into an etheric state. And there it goes. Now where is it? You say it's gone, it's not gone, still here. You see, you'll never see it on the level it's on now with your physical sensory factor sight. But if you use your intellect and develop understanding, you'll know that it's still here. What we want to do is cause it to move into form.
I think a lot of people think it needs to be hard and stressful to make money, and it needs to be complicated. And it doesn't need to be complicated. You just need to learn the tools and have the courage to be curious to understand more. And when you don't understand something, it seems extremely complicated. But right when you start to figure it out, right when you start to be able to pedal and stay in alignment on that bicycle, you're like, this is so easy, it's effortless. It's just the time, most people are unwilling to get on the bicycle and fall a few times because they just don't understand it. This foreign object over here, how am I supposed to sit on these two wheels and go down the street without killing myself? It seems so foreign and scary. Until we do it, it seems like, why was I ever afraid of this in the first place?
You see, it's one thing to become rich later in life, but becoming rich in your teens and even 20s will unlock a level to life that you didn't even know existed. And that's not simply because of the money, but because of the person you need to become to earn that money.
Let us say your goal is to double your income. That could have a major impact on your life. You say, what are all the things that I could do to double my income in the next 12 months? Write it as a clear question. Even better, if you're earning $50,000 a year today, right? What could I do to earn $100,000 over the next 12 months? The more specific the question, the better. Then you devote yourself to writing 20 answers to this question. You must write a minimum of 20 answers. Work harder, work smarter, start earlier, stay later, change occupations, upgrade my skills, whatever it is, keep forcing yourself to write till you've written 20 answers. We call this mind storming. The first 3 to 5 answers will be easy. The next 3 to 5 answers will be difficult. The last 10 answers will be incredibly difficult. But I have given this exercise to people who've gone on to become millionaires so many times I've lost track, because they often find that the 20th answer changes their whole life. And if you've ever done this once, it's absolutely staggering. More people have become millionaires with this simple idea of mind storming, what I call the 20 idea method, than any other single method of creative thinking ever discovered. Once you've got your 20 answers, pick one answer and take action on it immediately. Once you've got, it doesn't matter what it is, just take one answer and take action on it, and that will keep you thinking and acting creatively all day long.